Just when you thought it couldn't get any better than it has done, here's the latest Behringer news.
On the 8th of April 2025, check week. Back in the room. Behringer are still treating us almost weekly with new gear.
It's unbelievable.
There's not many other companies that are doing this. So we're the Behringer brothers, by the way. I'm Jason Bangers.
And I'm Mr. Chumley Warner.
And we've got some news for you. Come on, let's break it to them if they don't already know.
So the excitement just gets more and more and more.
Exciting.
Yes, and this is the new module out. It's the 2XM, which is based on the, I think it's a classic Oberheim SEM module. So what have you got then? So yeah, in this little setup here, you've got like 4 VCOs, 2 multi-mode filters, 2 LFOs, 4 envelope generators, plus a whole lot more. And this was used by Vince Clarke, Vangelis, Jan Hammer, remember Miami Vice, love that program.
And you can get a tune out of it without even plugging a keyboard into the thing. It's amazing.
It is. So it's been long awaited, but Behringer again have delivered.
Yes.
Now let's talk about price.
Yeah, we will talk about price because we've got a little niggle.
So yeah, here in the UK, obviously we saw the Behringer video, it just come out, and I thought, oh, how much is it going to be on pre-order for? So I went over to Anderton's in the UK, $2.29, and I thought, oh, I must order one. And I got busy at home, I forgot to order one, and then I thought, oh, I must do that. So next day I logged on to Anderton's, $289.
So, say that again. It was $2.29.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And you said, I'm having one of them. And you went on Anderton's site the next day to buy one. It had gone up 60 quid.
Yeah.
Anderton's, what are you doing?
That's naughty behaviour. But apparently I was reading in the magazine, they seen obviously the retailers seem to have bumped up some of the prices on these 25%. I don't know why.
Well, they want to make more money off them, I guess. But that's the whole idea of Behringer doing their China factory.
Yeah.
It's going to be direct, cutting out the middleman, cutting out Anders, Sweetwater and whoever else. So we'll be buying it directly from them.
And talking about Sweetwater in the States for our American followers, $399. So it's obviously probably gone up with the tariffs as well. So that's the price we've got for Sweetwater. So tell us about these microphones you purchased last week.
Okay, the BA85s, which are basically a rip-off, if you like, of the Beta 58. Okay, so as you may or may not know, I kind of help run a jam night every Thursday at a pub called the Swan in Hatfield Peveril. And we use these microphones on stage. We took all the Beta 58s off and we A&B'd them first to check. All I can tell you is for a £12 microphone, it's brilliant. Brilliant for a £12 microphone, but it's as good as a Beta 58. Yeah, I can honestly say it is, definitely. We did the whole night with them, we didn't get any feedback. They were fantastic. They sound just like a Beta 58, £12. I mean, just fill your boots. I've got 4 of them because I needed 4 new mics.
And what happened at the end of the night when you said to everyone you let the secret out?
I totally said that these microphones we're using on stage, by the way, are Beta 58s, yeah, and they're all musicians out there in the audience. And I went, yeah, sure. I went, no, they're not. These are Behringers. And when I said how much they were, I said they're £12. I said, now, if you go on to Anderton's now or other places that I can't think of the names of, other retailers that are selling them, even Amazon have got them for £12. I said, if you just put them in on your phone, you will see them on there for £12. I'm not joking. And when we did the next song, all I saw was mobile phones lighting up. Now, 6 people in that pub bought them that night, purchased them. And they were professional musicians, pros who do it for a living. When all ordered these microphones, they are something special for the money. Now, I was going to say you can't even buy the cap for a Beta 58 for that money. But as it happens, these caps don't fit a Beta 58, so don't bother doing that.
Oh, good tip.
I tried. It doesn't fit. It's different size. So over to you, Miss Chumley.
Well, we're going to let Uli tell us about his foundation.
Yeah, check this out.
So now that I'm getting older, I decided I want to step into the footsteps of my mom. So I donated the whole company, my personal assets, into a foundation. It's called the Uli Behringer Foundation. And so personally, technically, I don't own anything anymore, which is a great relief because you need to make sure there's a succession planning. But I'm also, as a minimalist myself, I feel a great sense of relief. But part of the foundation is that we give back to people who are less fortunate. I always say there's a musician in every human being. We want to empower the ones who have not and cannot. So last year we donated $1 million to playingforchange.org, which is an organization that helps people, the kids around the world, to have access to musical education, to equipment. We want to make sure that we give part of the profit that we earn back to society, and in honor of my mom.
I love the man. He's so what's the word? Humble. He's a humble man. He really, really does want us to get it cheap, you know.
Just about helping musicians, really.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got another little video here of Uli, and he tells you all about the factory and the automation and what's going on. So just check we.
It's a beautiful factory. I live there. I've been living there with some gaps in between. I live there now. Again, I was raised as a musician, engineer, and what we do right now, we completely automate the factory. We reinvent the factory, putting the latest automation in there. And I like manufacturing. I walk the shop floor 3 times a day. I like to be hands-on, and something that I always enjoy, right? Seeing the products being built, and now the latest aspect of automating the factory to a point. It's called a light-out factory. Basically, there's no people in it anymore. AGVs, robots, and so on. And that's one of the things on my bucket list I want to achieve in my life, to drive a factory that's state-of-the-art.
Very inspiring, Uli. Very inspiring indeed. We love it. It's getting there. It's really going to start happening soon.
It's Class A, isn't it?
Class A.
It's awesome.
It's top of the gang.
And this is a little snippet of video where Uli lets out one of his secrets.
Oh, yeah. A little teaser. Check this out.
After the launch of the wing compact wing rack will be mind-blowing.
What do you think that might be then?
I think that sounds pretty unbelievably exciting, that one.
I haven't got a clue, but I think, seeing as he mentioned the wing, I think it's got to be a mixing desk.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the super duper sci-fi version of the wing, which I don't see how you can get any better, but obviously it is. A couple of other bits, but here's a picture. This is from a Triber. I think this is one of the old PPG wave expander units, and they've been asking the question, could Uli make this expander to bolt onto the wave keyboard? What do you reckon about that one?
Well, I think it's a good idea, but then you said to me you could just buy another one. Just buy another wave.
You could have 2 waves, but you never know. Well, the answer in the comments.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Because don't forget, Uli runs his business on your suggestions, right? What you suggest to us in the comments, Uli will read, and he will get to see them. So you've got a direct link to Uli through us, which is great.
And I think we ought to mention, this is a sort of a sidecar, but the advert video we did.
Yeah.
Everyone, and obviously we're not going to do mid-roll adverts.
You agreed with us. Yes, adverts are bloody annoying.
So here's a picture, and the picture really says, is this Behringer's new giant modular they're building? Have a look and see what you think. Should they build one?
Yeah, because they haven't made a giant modular yet.
No, they've shrunk it down, but now it's time to make it big.
Maybe that's what Uli's going to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to make the big one, you know, the one we all know about. But I think that begins with an M and ends in a G.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter, does it? This is Behringer. We can do what we like. Behringer can make what they want.
They can. Uli loves suggestions.
All right, guys, you've been watching the Behringer Brothers on Take the Fear Out the Gear, and thanks so much. A lot of you have been subscribing and sharing and also hitting the like button, and we're so grateful for that. I've been Jason Bangers.
And I've been Mr. Chumley Warner.
Protect our Behringers, and we will see you again on the next video. So check we.